Hello, friends. Praise Jesus. Mm, My name is Fiona Wanyande. I'm born again. I love Jesus with all my heart. Yeah. And just to share, because I know God is alive. Our God is alive and He does a lot of things. Just to add the many things that He has done. This is my third experience of me knowing I've experienced Christ. So it was around I can say mid 2016, mid mid 2016, yes. Things had happened. I'd come back home. Mid 2016, there I was around 24 years, and I came back home and I was living home. So I remember I'd started really following Christ. I'd started getting to know who Jesus is, the Bible, and all that. I think that time I was on Facebook so much. Um, at that time, I didn't have so many. I've never been a person who has so many friends, you know, since even my childhood. So I can't say my life revolves around friends. My life revolves around me and books, maybe. And I'm also somebody who likes reading. Um, I'm reserved, kinda. I'm kinda reserved. I can keep in my own space. Let me just say that. I can keep in my own space, and I'm not in any way that I'm trying to avoid anybody or anything. I can just be in my own space. So yeah, coming back home at that time, 2016, gave me a lot of time to just think about my life. A relationship which I wanted so much had 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 broken up, and I was just kind of looking for, I can say, love or answers, something like that. So with my two previous experiences, I started knowing that Jesus is Christ. And yeah, people are going on with their lives. People whom I had finished with, I think, school. I think some were moving on with their lives, because at that time I was on the app, I was on Facebook, so I would check some of my classmates, my neighbors, in the hostels. You have some neighbors whom you used to know, so when you come back, when you're not near them, and people would be moving on. But my life came to a standstill. So that time I started looking for God, and just let me just say, generally perusing through the Bible. I got a small job, and I was just working. It was not so much a demanding job. I would just come back early at home, even sometimes by 6 I was home. So I would just begin to read the Bible, and God convicted me. And at that time, I was so much on Facebook. I was single, yeah, just decided to be single and just do life like that. Then I entered my Facebook page, because my Facebook was my main engagement. And I don't know, even because nowadays I don't have Facebook. I think even Facebook is not be is it's becoming unpopular. I deleted Facebook, I think, after COVID, or around that time of COVID. Yeah, that time of maybe 2021, there is when my interest in Facebook just as if disappeared. And I just started following Christ in 2016. As I was on Facebook, I deleted every single page of anything that does with Facebook in my life, and I just started following Christian channels. There is a TV station called Family TV at home. So it's a Christian station. So all the preachers who used to preach on Family TV. I remember there was a man called Pastor Stephen Furtick, Furtick. Then there was Joyce Meyer. Then there were a lot of Christian musicians, and I just started following their pages on Facebook. Yes, on that particular Facebook. I just started. Yeah, that was just now my life, Facebook, and it was mainly God, because I was so much I was so much attached to Facebook, and I was like, hey, people are going to see I'm lost. Come to think of it, it doesn't even make sense right now, because I've been off Facebook for around now, maybe let's say 5 years, and I cannot even think of anybody who will ever look for me. And me too, I don't ever think of anybody who was there on Facebook. But I used to engage with some people on a daily basis. So I want to thank God for that. And in following those pages, I learned a lot. Especially this man called Pastor Stephen Furtick. He preached a lot to me in that season of life. 2016, 2017, 2016, 2017, 2018. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So I want to thank God also for that, and praise Jesus.